People who've been inside Daniel's training camp claim the Brit is in the best shape of his life, and he's going to be far more mobile this time around. Meanwhile, unexpected guests have shown up at Oleksandr Usyk's camp. We've got footage of his training sessions and a look inside the gym where the Ukrainian champion is preparing for the fight for undisputed glory. With less than a month to go until the mega fight, let's take a look at what's happening in both camps. A quick reminder. These two fighters have already faced off once, 2 years ago in Wrocław. Since then, much has changed. The 2023 version of Daniel was a fighter just above average, not much of a threat to Oleksandr. At that point, he had no significant wins under his belt, and his only real test ended in a brutal knockout loss to Joe Joyce. His chin simply couldn't handle the barrage. His opportunity to face Usyk came thanks to two people, Frank Warren and Tyson Fury. Fury, the Gypsy King, bluntly told Usyk, "Either fight me for a small payday, or take Daniel, also for a small payday." Warren, as promoter, managed to push Daniel into the mandatory challenger spot without a big-name win to back it up. It was clear before and during the fight who was the real boss. Daniel looked stiff and nervous, while Oleksandr enjoyed something close to a home crowd in Poland. The only notable moment for Dynamite was a low blow. The skill gap was too obvious. But now, things are different. No more Poland. This time it's Wembley. Home turf for Daniel. And he's not just a challenger anymore. He holds the IBF title. Sure, there's context. Usyk vacated the belt. It went to Joshua. And then Daniel.
Everybody people, Anthony and Daniel, listen. I know IBF title important to you. Tell it my present to you on September 21. Guys, слава Богу за все, слава Україні.
Still, Daniel is no longer just a prospect from the Queensberry roster. He's taken the zero from Hrgovic, Miller, and Joshua, all stoppage wins. Let's take a look at his team. The key figure, eccentric head coach Don Charles. He doesn't hold back, claiming Daniel already dropped one king in September and will take out another in July. He's one of the main voices insisting Daniel's shot against Usyk was legal. Of Charles's other fighters, only Derek Chisora really stands out. And that's about it. Charles did work with Chisora for years, got him to contender status, but never turned him into a champ. To be fair, that was a stacked era in the division. If Daniel stuck with Charles this long, it probably means he's comfortable. But how versatile is Charles? Hard to say. Daniel doesn't seem to adapt much mid-fight or tailor his game to different opponents. The second coach, Kieran Farrell. If Charles is the brain, Farrell is the hands. A former lightweight, now 34 years old, he's focused on pad work and sharpening Daniel's speed and technique. Third figure, Samuel Adi, Daniel's strength and conditioning coach. His job, make sure Daniel can go the distance. Judging by the Miller fight, the conditioning is working. Daniel was still strong deep into the later rounds. Training is taking place in the UK. In late May and early June, Daniel looked massive. But compared to his shape ahead of the Parker or Joshua fights, there's clearly less excess weight and more muscle definition. He's weighed between 108 and 112 kilograms in his last 3 fights, and this time will likely be no different. Reporters asked him if anyone hits harder than he does. He dismissed them all, even said he doesn't know Usyk. But what he did confirm is that he's been working on his footwork and lightness on his feet, something very new to his game, which UK media have picked up on. He also regularly takes ice baths to reduce inflammation, speed up recovery, and build mental toughness. As for Usyk, his team arrived in Gandia, Spain, back in May. But even in March, he was spotted training at Dog and Grand CrossFit in Kiev. So, his prep started long before Spain. As usual, Usyk shares training snippets on TikTok. Coordination drills with balls and coins, fun moments with coach Yuri Tkachenko. At one point, he juggled 4 balls at once. His camp includes Dmytro Mitrofanov, Daniil Lapin, strength coach Jakub Sicki, and manager Sergei Lapin. They hosted a media day, inviting CNN, BBC, and the Daily Mail. Usyk left a short message for his opponent. And yes, a small bruise under his eye was visible in some shots. Nothing major, but still worth noting. Neither team has revealed their sparring partners yet. For Daniel, this is especially tricky. Usyk's style is unique, and most potential sparring partners are already booked. One possible name floating around is Jan Kasabutsky. Usyk's team has it a bit easier. Daniel's style is more traditional. They've reopened their sparring call on the ready-to-fight platform. One notable guest, Bellator champion Yaroslav Amosov, who came by with his coach Yair Halab. They had a friendly sparring session, given the weight and background differences. That's the state of both camps, just weeks away from the fight for the Undisputed Heavyweight Championship. If you want more boxing updates, subscribe, stay tuned, and don't miss a thing.